Good morning, a good evening, and good afternoon. This is Nathaniel Kempton Productions here today, and welcome back to Railworks Train Simulator 2017. First of all, apologies for the lack of narrated videos recently. Things got in the way, but I'm back. I'm doing them again. Huzzah and hurrah. Now, pardon me, the eagle-eyed of you will have noticed that we have here, whoops, Corris Railway number 7, which unsurprisingly comes with the Corris Railway add-on from Steam by, I think it's Skyhook Games or something. I think it's Skyhook Games. Correct me if I'm wrong. And today we are going to be having a little look at this loco and the route that we're on. So this is the station of the route. Ignore Mazapath Junction signal box there. That was the only one available for this route. This is one that I have built, my first ever narrow gauge railway. I'm going to showcase it to you all now. So let's back down onto our train. It's a very nice little engine, this one. I am really rather fond of it. The smoke box, to my eyes, looks a little bit too big, a bit too chunky down the bottom here. I feel like it should be a little bit lower down. I don't know. It looks a little bit odd to my eyes. But that could quite easily just be me. So brakes on, stick it in forward, wheesh. Once we are coupled to our train and once the passengers are able to do their thing, I will show you around the first station here, which is Christwell. I haven't even told you the name of the route, have I? Oh god, I'm so out of practice doing videos. This is the Christwell and Marches Light Railway. I'll just yeah, that'll do. This is the main station here at Christwell, utilising, as you can probably see, quite a few of the rather delicious looking Corris Railway assets, including the overall roof there, the signal box there, I think the benches, these not these ones are from the West Somerset, but these ones here I think are Corris Railway. This building is Corris, as you can see there's a sign for it there. The coaches, the track, most of it is Corris. The pine trees, of course, are West Highland line. So, quick tour. We've got a car parky thing here. You go in here, up that rather steep step that I probably should have had a look at before, into the booking office, then out onto the platform, and if we go across here somewhere there is a bus stop. Road goes across the track over there, complete with road signs and stuff, then goes up this really rather questionable quality road up to Christwell village, and then off up into the hills. Boards our train as open a window or two. We're blowing off, which is good, which means we've plenty of steam to get up the hill. Handbrake off. Blast. Notch back. Now, as we go along, I will tell you a little bit about the railway's fictional history, because of course it's not real. The Christwell and Marches Light Railway was clearly built for the slate industry, because it's supposed to be anyway, set in Wales. I'm just going to deliberately drive badly to use up some of this steam, because I don't fancy trying to talk over the top of this loco while it's blowing off, because I'll never get a word in edgeways. Slate trains would have been emptied back at Christwell, and the loads taken by steam lorry, horse cart, then steam lorry to the nearest standard gauge railhead. I know the track rule says 25 down there, but it's not 25 at all. Really, you only want to be doing about 18 mile an hour is alright, I suppose. I mean, we've only got 4 coaches, so it's not too bad, I suppose. The assets needed for this route are in the description below. The routes and bits and pieces you need to run it. We're going to blow off in a minute, so I'm going to chuck a bit of water in the boiler while we can. Ignore the texture popping up there on the hillside. That seems to happen for no reason. The loco itself, the Corris number 7, what we're driving here, is incredible. It sounds amazing, it looks amazing, it works amazingly. My only criticism is that it blows off very, very strangely. A little bit of lag as we go over the river here. The tiles are loading and screw it up and kind of ruin it a little bit, but there we are. Going across the river bridge. Highvale Creek, to be precise. Yeah. Yes, the safety valves, they don't make a lot of noise when they first go off, as you would have heard earlier. The noise increases, and that annoys me quite a bit. But I put up with it because of just how lovely the engine sounds going up full clap. The whistles are quite nice as well, and the brakes are absolutely delicious. You can hear them as well, which is a very nice touch. So we slow down as we arrive at Highvale, which is the second station on the network, and once we have stopped, I will give you a little guided tour of the surrounding area. Now, as you can see, there's a loop here at Highvale. Very, very simple. This was the first station that the preservation group were allowed to run trains to. And for a while was the only station they were allowed to drive trains to. So of course they had to build a loop line. The head shunt at this end here, which is used for local traffic, as you can see, there's a few. These are actually brake vans. These are from UK Train Sim. They're actually narrow gauge brake vans, but if you ignore the windows, they look a little bit like normal box fans, which is why they are sat here in the farm siding, which is shared by the head shunt, which is here, and then the farm siding there. The preservation company came along, stuck another set of points in. Bosh, you got your run loop. And over here through the trees, as you can see, we have High Vale Farm. This is the beginnings of High Vale Farm. I'm yet to finish it off. As you can see, they've got their sheep in the meadow there. They've got their rapeseed oil over there. They've got a ploughed field. And over the back, I'm not sure what I'm going to put over the back there. Probably some sort of machinery or something. And then, as you can see, wiggling its way down through the middle of the field is their own little pathway, which needs a gate across there, and as you can see, clearly needs sorting out here, as does the footpath there. You can see the tractor is there, ready and waiting, and then the footpath goes across the track with the slate fences, which come with a Corris pack, and they do look really rather nice. Across the track to the steps to the loading platform for the farm siding. So hooray, huzzah and hurrah. And over here we have a work in progress lock type thing, because I first of all decided that I wanted to do it as a Scottish narrow gauge railway, and then kind of decided against that. But the pine trees have stayed, and I think they look quite nice myself, so blur. Little monastery in the middle of this island. I still need to detail around the outside. As you can see, I've started it here, and if we fly quickly back to High Vale Creek, which yesterday sprung a leak, I noticed. There's a little bit of the water, the corner of the water asset was poking out there, so I had to fix that. You can see here I've done a bit more detailing with this one, you bushes and things dotted about, and a little waterfall. I do like this section here. I do like it a lot. Huge thanks, while I'm thinking about it, to Ben Hansen of Donington Reskins for this bridge design, and because originally it was only made up of, you can see here, this is actually from UK Train Sims Bridges and Lofts pack. I think it's a footbridge that you could make wider or narrower, and I just had that as a bridge with this couple of these pillars stuck underneath it, and then Ben sent me a photo of effectively this, and I thought that's a lot nicer than what I come up with, so I did this instead, inspired by Mr. Ben Hansen. I think it looks rather nice, so thank you for that, Mr. Ben. Right, we're blowing off, so we better get a move on. All of the steam, please. I want to use all of it, every last inch of steam, to get us moving. Hop in the cab and have a look around in the cab. You can see it's a very nicely detailed cab. Everything is a grabbable item, as you can see. Everything is easily attainable. Is it that one? Oh no, that one there. That's the coal hatch there, and of course firebox doors. Keep it at about 20% reg. As you can see, there is a simulated steam chest, which is very nice, and actually came as a bit of a surprise, because I wasn't expecting it to have a simulated steam chest at all. That was a very pleasant surprise when I first loaded the Corris Railway as a quick drive and drove from Maserpath to Corris. That was a very nice surprise. The sounds are incredibly nice as well, which is a bonus. It's about one of the only steam engines that I could almost drive without the heads-up display. The only thing missing, I don't know anything about the original loco, of course, the real loco at Corris, but there's no speedometer in the cab, so that's the only reason I have to use the F5. So we are coming up to March's Bridge here. If I leave the train while we have a look around, there's not much at this little bit here. The first section had the river bridge, and this section has a little bridge. This was just the old, one of the old bridges that took you to March's town centre. As you can see, it still needs a little bit centering, but I think you'll agree that with the trees as well, it makes quite a nice little scene there. Now, as we head up the 180, you can see the final station, Fort Pine Acre. Pine Acre used to have a little mine shaft, which we will see, which now is sadly nothing but a bricked up tunnel mouth in the cliff face. Of course, there's no need for slate anymore because roofing tiles are cheaper. So, Corris Railway is now primarily a passenger carrier. Something you'll notice about both the Corris Railway, the Corris loco and rolling stock, and indeed this railway, is that the platforms are all on one side, and when we stop at this station, I shall show you. Now, you see this little set of points here that leads left into the woods and right into the station. This is all that remains of the March's branch section. You can see the buffer stop there, that used to take the railway up into the March Valley. Round twists and winds and bends and hills and all that gorgeous, wonderful stuff that I can't be bothered to do. And we'll dump the train there. What I will do is run the loco into the head shunt and dump it there. So there we are. It's the only thing with railworks, when you uncouple things, they seem to jump in the air. Something I don't think I did was put lamp on. No, I didn't. Control 8. There, we had a lamp on for a few seconds there. I always forget to do lamps. I don't know. Ah, I'm useless. I'm a useless driver. Honestly. The brakes on this loco do need careful work, especially when arriving at head shunts. Full forward. Brakes off. Oh, shove the handbrake on. As you can see, we have coaling facilities here. Click on that. The coal goes up. Click on that, and the water goes up. Shock horror. This hose thing here is from the Victory Works Steam Railmotor, which is worth getting, for definite. But make sure you've got that, or you won't be able to refill your locos with water. So we'll have a little look around here at Fort Pine Acre. Of course, you have the fort up on top of the hillside there. I think it's a French castle. These windows look suspiciously modern, don't they? Especially that one. But yeah, that's up on the hillside, which you can't actually see from the station, I don't think. Oh yeah, you can see the top of it. I like that. So slightly wider platform than the other two because and down here is a walk that takes you to March's town, which is, if we have a look at this rather massive valley here, somewhere in these trees is the original track bed from the March's branch. So if we find the point, there's the point, and follow the track along through the undergrowth, and we'll come to an abandoned wagon, another abandoned wagon, and a second set of buffer stops. So I haven't exactly got it lined up. It should really have sort of curved off about here somewhere, but you can see the embankment here carries on and sort of hugs along the back of the platform, really, because the platform is just here. Yeah, there's not much at this station, as you can see, apart from the walk into March's town centre. You've got a couple of the old original slate wagons there, some of them here, and another of those magnificent brake vans from UK Train Sim. Is it this one? Yes, it is this one. You can see at the side here there is writing on it. Now, when I named the route, I named it before I found these wagons, and I've named it, of course, the Christwell and March's Light Railway, which fits brilliantly, absolutely brilliantly. That was completely by mistake. I don't know what these wagons were originally built for, these little brake vans. I don't know what that actually is, but of course I used it for the Christwell and March's Light Railway. Workers' hut, complete with a few picnic benches so they can do lunch, so they can eat lunch and stuff. Let's bring the loco forward, shall we? Get a toot. A very nice toot at that. It's such a beautiful loco. It really is gorgeous. Right, let's use the handbrake and should we couple it back up again, or should we'll just dump it outside the signal box, I think, on the curve up here. I like watching the pistons go around as well. Yeah, that'll do. We'll dump it there. There's no other trains running today. We're the only one, so we're not blocking anything. There we go. So, yes, this route is probably, by the time this video goes out, available for download. If not, it won't take very long. Yes, I was talking about the platforms. They're all on one side because there's no doors on the other side of the Corris Railway coaches, which is prototypical of the Corris Railway. And the same thing on the engine. Door there, not there. So, wonderbar. Yes, I think that is everything for this video. I will leave you with the gorgeous sounds of the Corris loco running round.